What about Nightmare Before Christmas? Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, even though Tim Burton didn't direct Nightmare Before Christmas.
I've got no feeling towards it. None. What about you?
Can't really remember it.
Great.
But I know it's a favourite, so I thought I may as well bring it up.
Yeah. We
It's
can
very,
get letters. We can
it's
get
alright.
letters.
It's very well animated. I remember liking it a lot, but, you know.
Yeah.
What about Hook? Is that a Christmas movie?
No. Maybe.
You know, you got to look at your classics though, like Miracle on 34th Street. We could talk about some classics.
Sure.
Anything about that rings a bell in your mind?
Hang on, sorry, say that whole thing again.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, no.
There's a couple of them.
I don't like sad Christmas anything.
Sad sincerity at Christmas.
Sad sincerity.
What about A Mom for Christmas? I think Olivia Newton-John is a mannequin that comes to life.
Oh, yeah, it becomes somebody's
Christmas.
mom for Christmas.
Yes.
Because their mom has passed away, presumably.
But I think there's also a movie called Mannequin where that same thing happens,
Correct.
but not at Christmas.
Yes.
And it's Kim Cattrall.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
And maybe James Spader is in that?
Sure.
Great.
Are they both mannequins?
No, just her.
Twist.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that a twist? No. So you're not really a Miracle on 34th Street
No, I
kind
don't
of
like
guy.
the
Is that the one where
sincerity.
Santa's on trial as well?
Ugh.
And where they're like, admit that you're not the real Santa. And he's like, fuck you, I am.
Oh, see, I'd watch that. If it was just a really aggressive drunk shopping mall Santa, just he's been locked up and he's on trial for just kicking out windows or whatever, and he's just really abusive in court, I'd watch that for 2 hours.
Yeah. So I think it's basically, and then it maybe at the end, I can't remember. I might not have ever seen it, but it's like, maybe he is real and it was real all along.
Oh, yes.
Elf? What about Elf? Not Alf with an A.
Right, but
Elf.
Elf with an E.
Yeah.
Well, look, I like the sticker pack on Facebook. The Elf sticker pack. It's
Don't
pretty
know
good.
it.
Do you enjoy it? Is it?
Yeah, look, to be honest, it came out not when I was a kid. I think I was
What
late
era
teens.
of Will Ferrell is this?
This would be a bit after kind of old school, around Anchorman, a bit after Anchorman
After
probably.
Anchorman, okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
it's about 2003, 2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the heyday.
It's
of-
funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny.
Uh-huh.
James Caan's in it.
Yeah.
There's a real Santa in it. Like, there's got a good kind of visual gags, and he's good.
Yep. Mhm.
But it's not something I know a lot of people love that movie. I don't.
Right.
I don't gravitate towards it.
Uh-huh.
But I know what I like it enough.
Mm.
A lot of kids love that movie, and I know that I was going to say they've talked about doing a sequel, and Will Ferrell's like, I'm not going to squeeze into a bloody elf costume. I'm too old.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm not. It's not happening.
Yeah.
What about the Muppets Christmas Carol?
Again, sadness.
Yeah. Well, that's Michael Caine though. There's
Oh,
Ebenezer
that's true,
Scrooge.
yeah.
I remember quite liking it. But there's also a Disney Muppet Christmas, not Muppet. There's a Disney Christmas Carol animated one with Mickey Mouse and Scrooge and whatever.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that?
No.
That is a nightmare as
In
a
what
kid.
sense?
At the end, he goes to a grave with
yes.
Death.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, whose grave is this? Why is it here? And then Death like pulls his hood back, and it's like one of the Beagle Boy kind of. And he's like, it's for you! And he like kicks him into the grave. And I remember as a kid being like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Ah! But yeah, terrifying.
Yeah.
But also quite entertaining.
You don't want anybody kicked into a grave.
That might not even have been what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many more do you have left? How long is your list? Is it huge?
Let me just go through and see what I got here.
Okay,
I think
cool.
I've mentioned most of them. I'm sure. Look, we've missed things.
There's so many good ones. There was a episode of 30 Rock also had a great Christmas
Okay.
episode.
Is it one? Is like every sitcom where it ends with "That was the real Santa." Like, I know you talked about this last year.
Uh-huh.
I've seen that on Full House. I've seen it on.
Yep.
I think that Tim Allen show, not the new one where he's got 8 girls, but the other one.
Right.
These are the two
Well, look, I
men.
love that. Whenever that is the twist, I love it. But
Yeah.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm pretty... Okay, I got maybe one more.
Yep.
And that's the Seinfeld episode.
Okay.
Strike, which is... It's not so much a Christmas episode, it's a Festivus episode.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
it's... Look, George has... The Costanza family are done with Christmas. They don't care for it. So they've created Festivus,
Yeah.
which is for the rest of us.
Yes.
And it's... The traditions are... There's no Christmas tree. There's an aluminium pole,
Yes.
which unadorned, you air your grievances for that year
Yeah.
with just all the people around you, which is what you do at Christmas anyway. So
Yep,
that's pretty
yep, good.
And there are feats of strength.
Yes.
And
And Festivus only ends when George pins his dad.
yes,
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the one.
And there's that great where they play a tape from when George is a kid. And
Yes.
he's like, I can't read it, I need glasses. And he's like, you don't need glasses.
Right, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of There's not a lot of actual Festivus in the episode.
No.
But I think it's interesting how they've built this mythology. Like last year I went to a Festivus celebration in a park. There was wrestling. I didn't win. I had some grievances. It was pretty great.
Was that last year when you came off the skateboard?
I did come off the skateboard, yes. It was motorised, to be fair. So,
You would have done better on a regular one?
No, I would have done worse. Almost certainly.
What about the Grinch?
I haven't seen it. Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
That was Jim Carrey post...
Truman Show?
Yes.
Ace
But he was
Ventura.
kind of... Yes, post all of those ones, yes. I don't know, it was in that era where I had no interest in seeing anything Jim Carrey related.
Yeah, sure.
So, like, this is pre I Love You, Philip Morris, and a couple of films like that. So,
Still got to see that, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I've seen it. I'm okay with it.
Most of this episode is just going, yeah, I kind of remember sort of that. It was fine, I guess, you know? That's Christmas, really, when you think about it.
That's Christmas.
It's fine, I guess.
I've actually got here a couple comic book movies that are Christmas movies.
Oh, yes.
Can you think of any off the top of your head?
Comic book movies that are set at Christmas.
Yes.
Man of Steel. No, that's not true. Dark Knight Rises. Not true.
Not true. If Man of Steel could have been Christmas, it wasn't Christmas afterwards, though. They would have cancelled Christmas after Man of Steel. Christmas is off.
All right, hit me with some.
Iron Man 3.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
of course, is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, same director, Shane Black. So
and
which
also
is...
Lethal Weapon is set at Christmas.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that as well.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon.
Bloody loves Christmas, this bloke.
He does. Yeah, most of his films, if not all of them, are set at Christmas. That's like his thing. Yeah.
It's interesting.
The other one is Batman Returns.
Oh, it is too.
A weird gothic Christmas. Yeah.
Great. Your favourite Batman film, as we've discussed many times.
Not a fan.
All right, fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, I got an email here from Michael McCormick, or it might have been a tweet. He wants to know if Santa has been in any Marvel or DC movies. As we mentioned, yes. But do you know of any comics? I know there's like ones from like the 60s where like Santa and Superman save Christmas and
definitely.
whatever. There's a whole bunch of those and whatever.
You know, one of my favourites is...
Batman beats up Santa when he comes into his house.
Yeah. One of my favourites is... Look, it's not the real Santa.
Yeah. Santa's got Santa with muscles.
Oh, Santa, sure. Hulk Hogan, absolutely. There's an issue of Hitman.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Tommy Monahan, bitten by an alien space bug, gets some superpowers, and he decides to just only kill. Well, he kills a whole bunch of people, but he decides to focus some of his career on killing superpowered villains.
Yeah.
There's an episode called The Santa Contract where...
Wait, a comic or an episode?
Comic.
Sorry. Yeah.
Issue, sorry. Where classic like a janitor at a nuclear reactor falls into a vat of toxic waste and gains like radiation powers, and he puts on a Santa suit and decides to just go around the city killing people, and then decide to take that contract and hunt him down. And it's good. It's Christmassy and it's fun, and also all the narration is in verse.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's great.
cool.
It's a
Great.
super solid episode. Issue.
Okay,
Not
cool.
episode.
Does he
Good one.
do it in the end? Does he do like murder in front of kids and
I'm
stuff?
not going to say.
Okay.
You can check that out.
You love that guy, don't you?
Yeah, it's good.
The Hitman.
Yeah,
You mentioned him before.
And I guess because it's a finite series. Like, it was all the one writer.
Yeah.
More or less all the one illustrator the whole way through.
Yeah.
And
So it's a few issues, is it?
No, I meant the whole series.
Oh,
The
okay,
whole-
sorry,
this is
yep,
just one. This is issue 22. If you're tracking it down.
Yep.
Get it for like $1. Get it on Comixology. It's Christmas. They'll probably put it up.
They'll probably
Comixology.
put it up.
Yeah.
Well,
Very good.
I didn't look into this at all, so I have no Christmas comics.
That's fine.
Maybe next year we'll do Christmas comics.
Oh, yeah.
We can't do a Christmas episode next year because we just did it. What do you do next year? What do we do next
that's a
year?
good point.
How do we top this amazing episode?
Festivus episode where we just talk about our favourite Festivus moments.
Air grievances at each other.
Yes. That episode of Seinfeld. That time I fell off the skateboard. Both of those.
Both of those.
I really enrich it with detail.
Yeah. Okay, well, look, we've no doubt missed some. Tweet at us.
So many, most likely.
What your favourite one is if you
And we've skimmed on the details of a lot, certainly.
Boy, have we, yeah. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. This show is whatever, really.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? What do you think about it?
Yeah.
It's good-natured whatever.
It is.